Hi, meteorologist Pete Mangione. We have some rain and wind on the way. You've probably already heard about that, so let's get you the latest update. I do have Tony Petracca with me, just to prove that's true.
Right. Got the whole team working.
That's right, that's right. So we're going to walk you through some of the most recent updates. This is a wind advisory that's in effect. Actually starts 10 o'clock tomorrow morning and goes until Saturday evening at 7 p.m. But there could be a few strong gusts before that advisory even starts, and we're going to talk about why. Now, you're looking at what we call a low-level jet map, and this is basically a fast-moving area of air, usually a few thousand feet above our heads, that often comes just ahead of these cold fronts, often arrives with a warm front. And that purple area, I'm not sure if I can highlight that. I guess not. That could actually have gusts over 70 miles an hour. Let's see if there you go, Tony. All right, thanks.
Yeah. So what Pete and I are thinking that there's going to be two windy periods. This first period is like on either side of midnight, as some warm air tries to sneak in, especially along the coastline. There may be gusts. We were thinking, Pete, between 40, maybe even 50 miles per hour between roughly, say, 10 o'clock at night till 2 o'clock in the morning, and then a separate period of wind coming up for tomorrow afternoon that'll be strong, even though tomorrow's a drier day. Some gusty winds Saturday afternoon as well. So kind of two windy periods we're looking at.
And here's that first period you were talking about, Tony. Now, sometimes to get these faster moving winds that are a few thousand feet above us to mix down to the surface, we need to get into what we call the warm sector. And that has a chance of happening, especially at the coast, right, Tony? This is around 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, so we're thinking, if the coastline can get into some of this warmer air right in here, right along the coast with a warm front, that may kick up the winds from Newport to Cape Cod and the islands, maybe 40, even 50 miles per hour. And then as the storm pulls away and strengthens on the backside of it, Pete, and you can see it right here. You can see these through upstate New York, right in here on the backside of the storm. You get these strong northerly winds, west-northwest winds that'll be coming in the second half of tomorrow. So tomorrow's a dry, clearing day, but it'll be blustery and colder. So again, two periods of strong wind late tonight near the coast, and then really everywhere, Pete, we're thinking for Saturday afternoon and Saturday night.
Right. And those gusts that Tony was just talking about, they may be a little more consistent, actually, during the afternoon tomorrow. Tonight into tomorrow morning, it may be a little spottier and scattered. So here's the overall map in terms of the peak wind gusts that you could see tonight. The best chance of seeing those stronger gusts with some isolated down trees and power outages, with those gusts of around 40 to 50 possible for places like Newport, Westerly, Narragansett along the coast, 30 to 40 for the Providence area down through Warwick, and 20 to 30 as we get north and west of 295. But it could be windy everywhere tonight, and then especially tomorrow. This is tomorrow afternoon, gusts between 30, even 35 miles an hour, not out of the question. At this point, the temperature will be dropping too, so this is our colder air that will be spilling in. All right, quickly we're going to address the rain threat here, and this is tonight around 9 o'clock. Could get some of those downpours increasing. Thunderstorm or two is not completely out of the question. This is around 11 p.m. tonight when Tony's on the air. This is 2 o'clock in the morning, and then we should clear most of this out by 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. This is more of a scattered situation. It might be that the rain is completely gone for the day, so most of Saturday ends up rain-free. Here's what one of our computer models thinks about this, between around 1 and 2 inches, so we'll have to keep an eye on rivers like the Patuxent and Cranston, the Wood River and Hope Valley, as some minor flooding there is possible. Actually, Tony, we're going to conclude this right now with a look at that flood watch, which, again, some localized street flooding and river flooding possible. But, Tony, I wanted to end on this note. You were actually saying maybe a little more of a concern with those rivers comes on Tuesday, right, with our next event.
Yeah, so the National Weather Service has the Patuxent staying just near flood stage tomorrow, so we're not overly concerned. The Blackstone's a bigger river, so it could probably handle a couple of inches of rain, but we were talking how those rivers will swell or be swollen because of this rainstorm tonight, and not much time to recover for the next one, which is on Tuesday, where we may pick up a couple of inches of rain, and that may cause a higher chance of river flooding on the Tuesday rainstorm, so something that we'll watch closely.
Absolutely. And Tony's going to get back to work here. We're going to stop this video now, and of course we'll have all the updates on WPRI all evening long. See ya.